Hi, Nate Tippett.
How are you, Michelle?
Welcome to Interior Concepts.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
I'm so glad you're here today to talk about something that I love, which is plumbing. I know you love plumbing too. You even made a career move halfway through your life because you like plumbing so much.
That's correct.
Yeah. So tell me, why Brizo and Newport Brass? I mean, of all the brands that you represent, why, and you know, we include Delta in the Brizo conversation also, but why are these three brands that really matter in the marketplace?
One thing that stands out to me really is distinctive design. It really just, it has its thing, and you know, and each of them are unique in their own way and have their own strong suits. When we think of Brizo, we have product that can be customized, and we can choose what spout shape we want in a lot of cases. We can choose different handles. We can choose different textures. One that jumps out is maybe like a Frank Lloyd Wright collection, which we can have on the kitchen. There's an actual tempered glass handle that can be done. We can integrate in woods, you know, the use of wood and other things like that. And so when we think about creating our spaces, that's one thing that really jumps out on the Brizo side. On Newport Brass side, it's the weight. It's how smooth things flow. It's the laminar flow,
everything feels good.
Exactly, and how we're shaping water and controlling water. And I love that part. As we look at each of these, they all have their distinct design, and you can tell what collection they come from, and everything is synchronized all the way across that to really kind of tie everything in.
You know, that customization you talked about is one of the reasons that I love these brands. I love being able to put a kitchen faucet in front of a client and they're like, oh, I like that. But then we can show them the different shapes, the different handles, you know, whether or not it has a spout or it's a spread or a single. And all of a sudden it's like, wow, they have all these choices and it feels like it's custom to just them.
Yep, that's exactly right. And I think that's the idea, is creating a piece. Maybe when we're on the Delta side of things, it may be something where the customer may say, I want one just like my neighbor. I want one that's very similar to what I've seen. When you're dealing on the luxury side of things, somebody wants something that may be familiar, but their own. And so in that way, they can create that.
They can create that, yeah. What do you think luxury buyers are looking for beyond finishes? Like, why does this matter to the luxury buyer? I think they're looking for not only customization, but technology. They're also looking for manufactured well. So how do you see the homeowners are noticing the difference?
Yeah, I think, you know, as you think about the luxury side of things, these people travel. They get to experience some of these, and they get to, I guess, feel and touch and be a part of higher end things. When we think about, and it was mentioned earlier, that when we pick up something that's a Newport Brass, it is a nice brass full piece. There is weight to it.
You can tell. Yeah,
when you make contact, when you turn it on, when the handles, or when it hits the stop points, it's a different experience. Everything is solid in that way as well. So these customers are used to that type of a design, and that's what it actually provides for them as well.
Have you ever gone to a hotel and the shower's terrible?
Yes.
Well, because my clients do travel a lot, and there is nothing better when they come home. I don't want them to come home and be like, oh, that hotel shower was better than mine. I want their shower to be incredible. I know that Brizo specifically has a lot of technology behind trying to make that shower not just where you get clean, but a really relaxing environment and an experience, and also saving water. Can you tell me a little bit about some of that technology?
I can. So there's several different technologies. One in water saving would be the H2O kinetic type shower heads that do provide, as we think about it, it shapes water. So using eddy current or the ability to shape the water, we create larger water droplets.
We can shape the water droplets.
Correct. So making them larger, when you have a larger water droplet, it does retain the heat better and becomes a more full shower. So it feels like a more rich shower.
So you could be saving water and feeling like it's a better shower with better pressure.
That is the idea behind it, yes.
Love it.
And so, yeah, we use that. And then there's several other technologies that tie in with that as well. You know, when we think about utilizing body sprays, creating the environment that these people and those that experience this as they travel, they get to create, and we like to call it a lot of times, creating the car wash. We get to create this, body sprays.
I can't wait to say that to a client. Let's create your car wash.
Let's create the car wash, yes. And so it is that experience.
Yeah.
And as they're able to put their hands on and experience these, and that's what we're creating here, is an experience for them. And we get to ask funny questions, whether it's me or whether it's you in design as well. We get to ask very personal questions.
We do. You know what? It's a service industry, but it's intimate.
It is.
We really get to know our clients
Yep.
really well, including how they behave while they're in the shower.
Yep, and it is. And that's the beauty of it, really, is being able to, you get to capture the story that they tell and turn it into something that gets to function each day.
So wellness is a topic that is everywhere right now. Wellness and biohacking and making your surroundings and your life even cleaner and healthier. And 5-6 years ago is when I first started noticing it. My clients started asking me for things, but those were like my super high-end clients. And now it's trickling down, and it's in almost every home, and people are becoming more educated and conscious of the kinds of things that they come in their home. So what kind of products do Brizo, Newport Brass, or Delta provide to contribute to that wellness idea in the home?
That's great. I think that, one thing that really jumps out is the steam offering.
Yeah.
And it's something that, maybe we've experienced that away from home, and we say, let's bring that into our
We want a spa-like bathroom.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so we love that, and we have controls that are just customized as well. And so it can say, it will have your name, and it will have, and what do you want to do? Is this your morning routine? Is this after workout?
You can routine your steam?
You can. And so you can control, and it will also control the shower to the temperature and the flow, but we can control what scent we want to have. So when we're dealing with aromatherapy, if you would like a different scent in the morning compared to after the evening.
One to wake you up and one to help you calm down.
Exactly, and it has that ability. And so we can create it has audio therapy as well, or the ability to play music. And
so we're going to
integrate all of our senses. When we talked a little bit earlier, it was involving all these senses. We have sound that we can integrate in. We have scent in the aromatherapy to be able to change that as well.
What about in the kitchen?
In the kitchen, I love this portion because it is a big deal in that way. We do have touch faucets.
Which, I think also is one of those, it's not just wellness, but it could really help with anyone who's aging in place design, or just even little kids in the house. It can be really useful.
Exactly, and that is really the truth. There's two portions to the touch that I really love. At the base of the touch faucet, there is what we call a temp sense, and so it does show the temperature of the water that's coming out of it. And so as it becomes more warm, you then have a red LED that illuminates, and then it fades to, as it cools down and becomes cold, it's blue. And so you do have a visual cue. That may be for children, that may be for...
That's fantastic for kids.
And so I talked to somebody, and it was a little bit back, but they were talking about, they had somebody who had feeling issues in their hands.
Neuropathy,
and they were having a hard time. They literally couldn't sense what was too hot,
so they could burn
what was too
themselves
cold.
easily.
Yeah, and so there's beauty in that way as well, to be able to help out.
Yeah. What about water filters or reverse osmosis?
Yes, we do have an incredible, on the Brizo side of things, Prestige is a wonderful, I have it in my home, absolutely love it. We've become water snobs in that way. More and more people drink water. It's kind of the thing. If you look around, you have people, we carry our own water around.
I know.
And we have our favorite mugs and our favorite everything else, and we go ahead and do that. So what are we putting in it? And then better yet, if we think about what's in the water.
What are we taking out, and then what are we putting back in to benefit us?
That's right. And so we think about the path of water from where it's provided, from the city and the municipalities, and what pipes it goes through, and how long it's been there, and all of that. When we think about that portion, it is best to clean it. And we think about reverse osmosis. We have it's a tankless reverse osmosis system. So we don't take up the complete underside of a faucet or a better part of a
underneath the kitchen
room.
sink.
That's correct. It can be placed there. And so what it is, it's about the size of a older school computer tower. And so runs into there, filters the water, eliminates the microplastics and the leads and the other things that we don't want to have any part to. And then the final step of that is there is a there is a remineralization cartridge.
Oh, good.
And that goes in at the very end that is able to bring it back to the kind of taste that we're used to having.
Is that standardized, or can you change your minerals?
No, that's standard as it is.
Standardized,
Yep.
yeah.
And so you choose, and you can have it with or without. It's a preference thing for many. But personally, I do have that, and it's great. It adds that taste that you're used to tasting,
that you like.
knowing that the other portions have been removed.
I don't love it when people ask me about trends. Like, okay, thanks for this design. Is this going to go out of style in 5 years? Well, everything is eventually going to go out of style. I think the things I like to tell people is if you stick to well-made materials and natural materials whenever possible, you're pretty much covered. But there are trends in all things. So what are some trends that we're seeing right now in plumbing? Outside of technology and features, what are some of the things that we're seeing in plumbing right now?
Yeah, so I think a few of these items behind us are really a good example in that way.
So
but
pretty.
we do see there are warmer colors that really warm up the home.
Yeah.
And these are accented by, and that's the nice thing is when we talk about different hardware on drawer pulls or other things like that, they could be accented by that portion. But we really see some warmer colors in that side of things, and just the ability to, as your customers come in, you help them be able to design and be able to know what they'd like in a way, and this gives you tools to be able to create these individual spaces for them. And so whether it's an arched spout, whether it's a square spout, whether it's an angled spout, even in that way, be able to create these customized experiences in that way.
Are mixed metals still happening in plumbing?
We do see them quite a bit still.
I know, it's
There's
still
one
here.
right behind it, still looks amazing in that way. And Newport Brass does that very well in that way, as they also give us the ability to be able to mix and match and create.
So how can designers really help clients? Because all of the things we've been talking about today means that there's actually a ridiculous amount of options. So I feel really blessed that I've received so much training from Delta and Brizo and from you on all of the things that you offer. How do you see designers helping the end user, the client, select their stuff and narrow these things down?
Great question, yeah. And really there's so much that goes into it. And when it's done right, it's simple. It looks just right, and we go, oh, that actually is pretty simple. But what happens behind the wall, where a handle is placed, where the valve is placed, where the shower head is placed.
It looks effortless.
There's so many decisions, yes. And so when it's done right, and when we integrate in designers at the right time to be able to do that, it's a money-saving feature in that thing. It's an investment in yourself.
There you go, it's money saving. I love going into a client's kitchen after we've installed and they've been there a little while, and they're just humming in the kitchen. You know what I mean? Like they're just, everything just feels easy. They're just moving through it really fluid. That tells me that we listened. That tells me that we did it right and that we put in the right products for them.
That's right. And it really is just an investment in their design from the start and in their home. It's just a part of that investment, is being able to do it right.
How do luxury brands like Brizo and Newport Brass, how do they help designers succeed and therefore the client succeed?
That's a great question on that. I think really providing you the tools. We want to make sure that we have, whether it's how many finishes are available, all of the different handle options, the different shower head looks, everything that kind of pulls together. One thing that comes out, that stands out to me is, in a segment that's growing, is outdoor sinks, outdoor kitchens, outdoor showering. And so this is something that Delta has recently tackled on that side of things. And so they have a whole portion that's that's integrated into this as well. And so it's a stainless steel 316L metal finish that's made for outside. It's for those gathering places outside.
Well, I think one of the things that's helped me the most is the factory tours and the educational trips that I've been on. Anytime I can receive education from one of our luxury brand partners, it helps me be a better salesperson for that brand. It helps me really get my client to where they want to go even faster. You know, it saves them time and money in the long run to be able to make those educated decisions quicker. Okay, Nick, so we've talked a lot today about 3 brands specifically: Delta, Faucet, Brizo, and Newport Brass. Can you explain to me how these brands relate to each other?
Yes. So they're all under the Delta Faucet Company umbrella in that way. And so when we think of on the luxury side of things, The fashion-forward side would be that of Brizo.
Okay.
And then one of the more recently acquired brands would be that of Newport Brass.
Right.
And so it's manufactured out of Newport Beach, California.
Love it.
And pulls in this nature, and it's kind of the laid-back version of the
It's
West
sort
Coast
of
feel.
that old money, super well made, but like you said, laid back.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so it's that beauty of, it's the Newport, Rhode Island,
It's like you
tied
didn't try.
together with Newport Beach.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it's that. And so what we love about it is really being able to offer, so Brizo is that of a premium price point.
Right.
In that where you're designing and able to create these pieces. When we think of the portion of Newport Brass, it is more of the heirloom collection. It is more of that, when you feel it, you know, and it becomes this beautiful piece. One thing that I love about it, when we think about our homes and we think about the kitchen, it's a gathering place.
Yeah.
It really is. And I know for myself and with my family, it creates this space that when I sit there, your faucet can become a conversation piece, which is really funny. It just does, but it is the jewelry. It decorates that space.
Yeah.
When we think about the bath, when we think about our bath, it's the first thing we touch. It's the last thing we touch at night. First thing in the morning, last thing at night. And so we are creating these experiences. And as we have these quality products, when we think about these experiences and these emotions that it creates, it is that rich, amazing feel of that. And so Newport is just, it is such a wonderful product to be able to represent, and the reason why you have samples that your customers at times, we can look at things on the computer, we can look at things on paper.
Yeah, but it helps to touch and feel.
Yes, but as you pick it up and you go, that is a product that I want in my home.
Yeah.
Beautiful products.
Yeah, we really do try really hard to create homes for our clients that are a respite, that are an escape from the world. And it's amazing how plumbing is a big part of that.
I think so.
Yeah. Thank you for coming today.
You bet. Thank you.
I love having
it's
you
great
here.
to be with you.